Hey everyone, I'm back again. So a lot of people suffer with lower back pain and they take a lot of medicines and go to a lot of doctors and take all kinds of home remedies and are not able to resolve this issue. So today I thought I'll come back with a few tips as to what you could do to address this problem in a very effective manner. Now first of all, I want to say our bodies are not designed to sit on chairs. The way we were designed when we lived in the jungles was either stand, run or sit on our haunches. So we're not designed to sit on chairs. But if we have to sit on chairs, which we do on a everyday basis, so what do we have to do? We have to ensure that when we are sitting on the chair, there is no gap between our lower back and the backrest. There should be no gap, zero gap. So if there's any gap between your lower back and the backrest, then there's chances that there's stress building there and your back is not in a natural position, so it's going to cause issues. So if you're sitting, sit back as much as possible, right? There should be no gap. So while sitting on the chair, make sure you have no gap here, like ये gap नहीं होना चाहिए. So this should be totally covered and your lower back should be touching, so any chair, चाहे वो कार की chair हो, चाहे sofa हो, चाहे work chair हो, कोई भी हो, make sure this happens. तो आपकी half back pain का problem resolve हो जाएगा. When cars are designed, their seats are designed so that your body is very comfortable on the seat, so that you can reach your gear, your feet can reach the clutch and the brake, etc., etc., and your back is fully rested and supported. But you might have noticed that people in different countries have different heights, different gaits, different arm lengths, etc. So when a car is designed in, let's say, Germany, and they don't have a lot of sales in India, they will not adapt that seat design to India because the volumes don't justify it. Seat design is a very expensive and a very complicated process. So if the volumes don't justify it, that means you are driving a car which is not designed for your body, measurements, but you're using it anyway. So your chances of getting backaches, your back issues are much higher. But if a car is designed in India for India, the volumes are very high. That means they would have used some software to design the seat as per the Indian population. And then your chances of getting backache, etc., is much lesser comparatively. Now, there's another factor to this. People world over are getting taller. Most sons and daughters are taller than their mothers and fathers. So, car companies design cars to also project what is going to happen in the future. Now, imagine in a place like India where a car is driven by a pregnant woman, a Sadarji, which needs a lot of headroom, a person with from Northeast, or a person who's big, huge. So all kinds of people are using the same car. So it's very difficult to design a car which suits all these measurements. But still, car companies do whatever best they can. So if you're getting a backache while driving a car, so maybe you're leaving some gap between your lower back and the backrest, and you need to adjust the seat as much as possible so your arm reaches proper, so your foot is reaching. So that is some adjustment you have to do. Test drive a car before you buy it. If it is uncomfortable, don't buy it because it's probably not made for your measurement. And then you will suffer with backaches and all kind of aches as long as you keep the car, as long as you drive the car. A very important thing that people don't know, what happens? People say that, this backache is caused by stress. Fine, stress is causing backache. Everybody knows that. But how does stress cause backache? We have this psychosomatic response that whenever we are stressed, so there's an emotion of fear attached to stress. What happens is that we tend to retract in our shell just like a tortoise does. That means जब हम stress में होते हैं तो we tend to be like this. We tend to, I'm exaggerating it, but we tend to lift our shoulders and we tend to go inside this shell. ये हमारी natural tendency होती है. So one of the things if you could do and remember to do whenever you're feeling any stress in your back is drop your shoulders. Means don't let your shoulders lift like this, drop them, forcefully drop them. So up, whether you're standing, or whether you're sitting, or whether you're lying down, make sure your shoulders are fully dropped, they're not like this. So आप देखेंगे आपका back में कितना relaxation पहुंचेगा, immediately आपको back में, you'll feel the ease in your back. So remember this, dropping your shoulders is like 50, 60, 70% of your pain gone immediately. It's an instant release. This is especially true for women who work in kitchens. They don't stand very close to the kitchen shelf, वो थोड़ा दूर खड़े होके काम करते हैं, so they're bending over and the back is always stressed and they're haunching and they're doing stuff, they drop their shoulders and they stand closer up ahead, so उनका बैक एक में बहुत सारा रिलैक्सेशन मिलेगा. Now you might have heard, like I said, that sitting is the new smoking. That means हम दिन में कितना चलते हैं तो इम्पोर्टेंट है, हम दिन में कितना वर्कआउट करते हैं वो इम्पोर्टेंट, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. बट हम दिन में कितना बैठते हैं, यू नो, दैट हैज अ सेपरेट स्टैटिस्टिक. अगर हम दिन में वर्कआउट भी करते हैं, सब कुछ कर रहे हैं, लेकिन हम दिन में फिर भी 8 घंटे बैठ रहे हैं, सो दैट 8 घंटे इज रियली हार्मिंग मी. दैट मीन्स द मोर आई सिट, द मोर आई एम हार्मिंग माई बॉडी. सो मुझे क्या करना है, हाउ कैन आई रिड्यूस द अमाउंट आई सिट इफ आई एम वर्किंग एट होम, इफ आई एम वर्किंग फ्रॉम माई प्लेस ऑफ वर्क. मुझे बैठना तो पड़ेगा, डेस्क पे काम करना पड़ेगा. सो यू माइट हैव हर्ड आजकल वी हैव स्टैंडिंग डेस्क जिसमें लोग खड़े होकर काम करते हैं. अगर आप घर से काम कर रहे हैं, इट्स वेरी सिंपल. ऑल यू हैव टू डू इज, आप जिस भी टेबल पे बैठ के अपना लैपटॉप रख के या कुछ भी रख के काम कर रहे हैं, पुट एन ओल्ड कार्टन, पुट एन ओल्ड स्टूल, उसके ऊपर अपना लैपटॉप रख लीजिए, खड़े हो जाइए. यू नो, स्टैंड एज मच एज पॉसिबल. आप 1 घंटा खड़े हो गए हैं, फिर उसके बाद बैठ जाइए थोड़ी देर, फिर खड़े हो जाइए, फिर बैठ जाइए. मतलब ज्यादा से ज्यादा ट्राई करें कि आप दिन में खड़े रहें. इफ एट प्लेस ऑफ वर्क देन यू कैन डू द सेम थिंग. आप वहां पर भी, इफ यू नॉट वरीड अबाउट यू नो हाउ इट अपीयर्स, आप वहां पर भी कोई कार्टन उसको अच्छी तरह से रैप वैप कर दीजिए. आप करना चाहते हैं तो वो रख लीजिए, उसके ऊपर अपना लैपटॉप रख सकते हैं. लेकिन आजकल यू कैन बाय स्टैंडिंग डेस्क इन द मार्केट, जो कि नीचे भी हो जाते हैं और ऊपर भी हो जाते हैं, या पुराने डेस्क के ऊपर एक प्रॉप भी आ जाता है. आई विल पुट सम लिंक्स इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन. आप देख सकते हैं कि हाउ यू कैन यू नो गेट दीज थिंग्स. सो इफ यू डू दीज 3 थिंग्स, आपकी ज्यादातर प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगी बैक एक की. वन लास्ट थिंग विच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, जो कि हम लोग सब पहले किया करते थे लेकिन अब सब छूट गया है. यू नो, ऑल ऑफ अस हैव टोटली इवॉल्व्ड, सो टू से. हम पहले रोज सुबह हॉन्चेस पे बैठते थे. यू नो, वी यूज्ड टू गो टू द बाथरूम सिटिंग ऑन अ हॉन्चेस. हम हॉन्चेस पे बैठते ही नहीं है. वी डोंट सिट ऑन अ हॉन्चेस बिकॉज दैट इज द बेस्ट स्ट्रेच फॉर योर बैक. उससे बेटर कोई स्ट्रेच नहीं है बैक के लिए. सो आई शो यू, आई डेमोन्स्ट्रेट टू यू how to do this. Once every day, sit on your haunches like this, right? 30 seconds, whatever amount of time. So if you do this, your back gets a stretch which no other workout will give you. This is the best stretch you can give your back. And if you do this on a daily basis, you'll never have a back issue ever again. Right? So try these few things and let's see how it goes. Okay, so you have a good day guys. Bye bye. See you again.